Start writing me in the syllabus, sorry, in the chat box, and I will start telling those names of those children, and then you can start your assessment. Ms. Tanisha has asked something. Ma'am, what is the syllabus for the English MCQ test? MCQ test is actually your Google form, and it is the listening test. We will play a track. You will have actually two tracks in the class 8. Two tracks, and 15 minutes we will be giving for each assessment. The track was, after the track, immediately the Google form will be floated and you have to attempt that Google form. It is a listening test. This is your speaking one and that will be your listening one. Okay, and it is next week. Thursday is what date?
Ma'am, 26.
26th. Yes, 26th you will be having your Google this listening assessment. Okay, and remember, all of you have to be present, 100% attendance, because this listening test we will can't repeat. स्पीकिंग वाला तो मैंने कर करके कितने पूरा महीना हो गया मुझे करते हुए. You won't believe even 6th A has done it. And you people are in 8th standard and 8th standard children couldn't speak for 1 or 2 minutes. तो आप सोचो आप अपनी कंडीशन क्या बना रहे हो. आपको लग रहा है हाँ इट्स ओके वी कैन पास एंड दिस एंड दैट, बट एक्चुअली यू आर ट्रेनिंग योरसेल्फ टू बिकम इवन मोर वीकर. क्लास में अगर स्पीकिंग असेसमेंट होता तो आप सबके सामने देते ना. देन व्हाई नॉट हियर. This is the last warning. I'll call out the name, maybe randomly, maybe roll number wise, I don't know. And सीधा आप zero दे रही हूँ. And parents के phone करके I will tell them personally that your child is not zero. This date you can note 26th. All of them have to be present, preferably 10 minutes earlier. Instead of 11:30, it will be. It is the second period or first period of Thursday.
Second period.
Second.
Ma'am, second.
Ma'am, second period.
क्या पूजा?
Ma'am, second period.
Second period. Okay. Then instead of 12:30, you will be there at 12:20. So that we get sufficient time for that assessment. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to begin the assessment. And the first person is Akshat. Akshat starts.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, you exactly. Yes.
Ma'am, my story name is Princess September. Uh,
And you'll get only
the
two
king.
minutes.
Okay, ma'am. The king and queen of Siam have 9 daughters. The queen find some confusion to remember all their names, and the king decided to name them uh, after the months. So he named them January, February, and the youngest one is September. The king had a habit of giving gift to his birthday. 1 year of his birthday, he gave green caged parrot to each of their daughters. The princes were very happy, and they spent hour daily with their parrots. The parrot said, God save the king and pretty Polly in 7 languages. One day, the Princess September found her parrot dead. She was very sad and wept. The queen told the maid not to put her to sleep without suffer, but queen said, "Let him sleep," and she slept. When he woke up, she saw in ear the tweety tweety sound came and see a bird. The queen asked, "Can you live with me?" The bird, the bird asked her if she would keep it with her in palace of the parrot. The bird was not pretty. When the princess clapped her hand, it sang and she fell asleep. and she took him to the king and queen, her sister. Everyone was delighted to see and hear its song. The other princes were jealous of Princess September. They asked to buy a new parrot, but she said that she already has a pet bird. Some days gone, one day the bird came late to his palace. She was very worried about the bird as it took too long to return. And when he come back, she put in this on a cage, one on being asked by the bird. The next day, the bird told her that if he is not free, he can sing and will die. She thus set it free. The bird flew away with a promise to return. She kept her window always open, and the bird also came today onwards. Princess September grew very beautiful and got married to the king of Colombia. But in Colombia, the bird also came there also. However, her sisters were ugly and were married to the kings and counselors. Thank you.
Okay. But Akshat, your marks will be deducted because the camera wasn't on. And
Ma'am, my phone was broken and I can't come previous class also.
you can take the phone for only 2-3 minutes from someone, na? It's just a matter of 2-3 minutes. आपको खुद सोच के देखना चाहिए और आप अपने मेल के थ्रू तो किसी के भी उससे ज्वाइन कर सकते हो लिंक से you just have to switch the mail. ये सब टेक्निक्स आपको आते हैं anyway. Who is the next one? I can't see a single this one in the chat box. So let me put, I'll just name the names again. After this, I'm going to bring up your parents. And I'm going to take this special class to sir's notice also. प्रिंसिपल सर के अलग से मैं व्हाट्सएप में एंड उनसे जाके मिलूंगी भी कि दिस क्लास ऑफ 8B doesn't want marks. I'm repeating the name: Adarsh, Akshay, Anushka. Adarsh is not there. Anushka is not there. Giridhar. Giridhar, you are there. Unmute yourself. Giridhar. गिरिधर
Ma'am.
शर्मा, यस। पहली
Yes,
बार
ma'am.
आप करते हो? अगर आप अभी कोविड नहीं होता और क्लास में होते तो आप तब भी आपके डेस्क के नीचे छुप जाते या कुछ ऐसा करते क्या? ऑन योर कैमरा। आर यू लिस्निंग गिरिधर? ऑन योर कैमरा। यस। एंड आर यू रेडी फॉर द असेसमेंट? अब जैसा भी है उसको 1 मिनट बोलना है, 30 सेकेंड बोलना है, बोल के खत्म करो। आई एम गिविंग यू 1 मिनट, तब तक मैं दूसरों से बात कर रही हूँ। 1 मिनट में आप
Yes, ma'am.
रेडी रहो एंड प्लीज वेयर द स्कूल यूनिफॉर्म। Yes, after Giridhar, it is Krishna. Krishna is again Bhagya. Anyone who is a friend of Krishna, please ring him up to come immediately. Manav. Manav तो है ही नहीं. Mudit. Mudit also is not there. Neha is not there. Nikita. Nikita is not there. Parth. Parth, now आपकी बारी अब.
Yes, ma'am.
Ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then after Giridhar, it is you and you will on the camera, remember, in this school uniform. मतलब ये अजीब सा है कि टीचर पीछे भाग रहा है, मार्क्स ले लो, मार्क्स ले लो. पिंकी, आफ्टर पार्थ इट इज यू. मैं तो सीधा ऑन करके आप बोल दो कि मुझे मार्क्स नहीं चाहिए. आई हैव नो प्रॉब्लम. देयर इट इज रिहान. नो, रिहान ने तो दे दिया था. ओके. प्रिंस. प्रिंस इज नॉट देयर. पूर्ति इज नॉट देयर. देन इट इज रोहित. Rishika is anyone who is a friend of Rishika? Radhika, do you have a number?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Then
ma'am.
please ring us. Huh? तुम अभी 2 मिनट के लिए मीटिंग छोड़ के कॉल रशिका एंड टेल हर टू कम इमीडिएटली प्रिपेयर
Okay, ma'am.
एंड ओके
मैम आदर्श
रेहान
आ गया।
हाँ ठीक है आदर्श आदर्श आई देयर यस बी रेडी फॉर द असेसमेंट ओके in 2 minutes I'm calling you
Yes.
and be in the uniform
Okay. Okay.
okay Udit had given Vivek had given Shivani again is not there Rudraksh has given Rohit okay fine Krishna anyone has Krishna's number anyone has Krishna's number please ग्रुप में होगा उसका नंबर प्रांजल कैन यू प्लीज कॉल कृष्णा
Okay, ma'am.
you can leave the meeting if you want for 1 minute and call him and tell him to come immediately okay so first it is Giridhar okay Giridhar on your camera and start Giridhar
Yes, ma'am.
yes please
I don't know what to do.
तो तुम्हें पता ही नहीं है पिछले 1 महीने से हो रहा है ये असेसमेंट तो स्पीकिंग का
I am not taking the classes of.
then I think you call someone and उनसे पता करो कि क्या करना है and then rejoin the meeting immediately and
Okay.
come before 12 o'clock okay next yes part start on your camera and start
Ma'am, just wait a second, ma'am. I will rejoin, ma'am.
क्या
Ma'am, ma'am, can I rejoin the meeting?
okay rejoin immediately and don't give any excuses if you don't come in 2 minutes I'm giving zero नाइस क्लास जिसको भी बोल रहे हैं प्रेजेंटेशन देने के लिए वो छोड़ के जाता जा रहा है रोहित unmute yourself rohit
Yes, ma'am.
yes start and on your camera
Yes, ma'am.
after rohit it is yes rohit start and again you're not in the uniform
Veenu was a 11 who had run away from house. He reached Chennai Central in the Kanyakumari Express without a ticket. He had no money for the ticket, and the ticket collector didn't came to his apartment. He tried to sleep on the door, but near door, some people are playing cards and shouting. Made him uh, made, made him sleep. After getting off, he sat on a bench on the platform, putting his small sandal down in in all his 11 years. He had never seen so many people. He watched them every carefully and he felt the noise. He was mm, feeling so excited. He had eaten nothing but some peanuts and a piece of jaggery in his 2 days. He carried a shirt, a towel, and a comb in his bundle. Velu was awaked by a rough voice. When, when he turned around, he saw a girl of his own age. wearing a long banyan that reached her legs. Her hair was stiff and brownish, and she had a huge sack on one shoulder. She was picking up dirty plastic cups from the floor and dustbin into them. Her sack, she asked his name, and he had run away from home. But Value didn't want to share his secret with his strange girl that he ran away home because can't their father beating him for one more day. His father would snatch all the money Velu and his sister earned and spend it on drinks. The girls asked uh, about about his plan, but he didn't answer. But he didn't answer when he felt when hungry, pinching him. The girls told him uh, that she can find some food if wants to value eat.
Rohit, it's 3 minutes, so I'm stopping you over here because we have to take care of the time limit also. Okay. Next, Parth. Who is it? Adarsh, then Parth, then Krishna. Be ready and no excuses. By the way, which period do you have next?
Ma'am, science.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
science.
science
Science.
period.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Next, yes, Adarsh, on your camera. Yes, start. And Parth, you will also be ready. Be ready.
Ma'am,
Yes, Adarsh, you're getting 2 minutes. You may begin.
ma'am, and the
Start.
differ is or
Your voice is not audible clearly, Adarsh. आपकी connectivity अच्छी है वहाँ?
yes, ma'am.
अच्छा ठीक है तो माइक पास में रखती हूँ स्टार्ट
Currently, he was uh, doing something should that was uh, he, he did whether the formal bit of position after strangers would do much toward helping the student was supposed to be undergoing. I know how it will be. His sister had said when he was preparing to migrate to the rural retreat. You will worry yourself there, down there and not speak to a leading student and you will be um, that remember what formation the lady put his printing one of the letters into in listen. Do you know many of the pupils around here asked the place where he jumped that they had sufficient silent hardly a soul, said Professor Mr. Some 4 years and uh, and introduction to some of the people here. Me ask me in this and yeah, that uh, and something to and we and would be sent that same
Okay.
and
Adarsh, Adarsh,
certain
your time is up. Adarsh, your time is up and the audio wasn't clear at all. Okay. Next, it is Parth. Parth, quickly
Yes,
start.
yes, ma'am.
After Parth, it is Pinky and then Giridhar. Okay. Yes, Parth, on your
Uh,
camera.
ma'am, it's on.
Okay.
Um, ma'am, the story begins with the Kanyakumari Express reaching Chennai Central Station, where Venu, an 11-year-old boy, had to get down. He was very nervous to step down on the platform, and once he did, his legs felt wobbly. He found himself a place to sit at a bench on the platform. Never in his life he had seen so many people all at once except once a year at his village fair. He was terrified, and as he bent his head and put it on his knees, he heard a strange voice. He tried looking there and found a girl of about his own age. The girl was wearing a loose banyan and was carrying a sack on one of her shoulders, in which she collected plastic cups that she picked up from the platform. The girl asked him how he got there, but Velu did not answer. He did tell her his name, but was scared to tell a stranger that he had run because he was fed up of being beaten up by his father every day. He could not take it anymore that his father snatched away all that he and his sister earned to pay for his drinking. Suddenly he felt his stomach pinching him as he had not eaten much in those 2 days. The weird expression on the face made it clear to the girl, who then offered to help him with food. She got up and began walking. At first, Velu was not sure if he should follow her, but then he thought uh, to himself that he had nowhere else to go. So he got up too and matched her speed.
Done, Parth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. And next it is Pinky. Pinky, on your camera and begin.
Because a story of hot day. It was a month of June. Ria and I went for a morning walk. We would we could not enjoy it as usual. It was closed. We had a round of the garden. We came back home. The sun rose. The temperature began to rise. It became hotter. Mother had to prepare breakfast. She was with sweat. The noon was miserable. We could not bear the heat. None could go out in the burning sun. No man was seen on the road. There was no bread in the sky. We kept indoors. The electric fan could give no relief. We took good water again and again. Cold drink in great demand in market. Market ice was sold at a very high price. It was surely the hottest day of the season. Somehow the day passed. At sunset, a dust storm began to blow. The temperature came down a little. Thank you.
Okay, so Pinky also is done. Next, Giridhar, you may begin. Giridhar,
Yes, ma'am.
yes, on your camera and begin.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, just a second.
Akshita,
Yes, ma'am.
do you have this attendance extension in your laptop?
No, ma'am.
Okay, anyone else who has it?
Ma'am, I have. Ma'am, I have.
How many students is it showing? In mine it is 23.
Yes, ma'am, I am ready. The, the giant garden was a very beautiful place. It had very uh, soft grass, uh, peach tree with birds shining, singing on the them. The children. Okay. Okay.
Yes, Giridhar?
Children living nearby loved to come and play in his garden. These happy dogs were not long enough for the children as the selfish has come back of uh, 7 year. He would never allow children to come to his garden, so he built his wall and res- resistant resistance everyone from visiting his garden as soon as as children were stopped from in, entering the garden, lost its vibes even mm, through spring has arrived. There was still winter. Only in giant garden the uh, n- Namro come to sing, nor the tree sun behalf living the giant garden. The giant giant was worried, but this situation one day he found children on playing in his garden who uh, enter through a small hole in the wall. He was amazed by seeing the spring was started now out of a- an anticipation excitement. He went out to a children who was unable to climb on a tree. He lifted the boy and rested him on the branch of the tree. Of, of this point, he allowed children to come and play in his garden. And sometime he also used to play with them, but also he never found the same boy again. He used he used to found the small boy again. He used to search for him every day, but got no sign of
Giridhar, it's time now.
him.
Giridhar, it's time. Now you can stop. And next it is Krishna. After Krishna, Purti.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Krishna, start on the
Thank
camera.
you.
My story starts with the world just had begun and the animals like ox dog were working for the man. The only animal that stayed away from refused to work, that is camel, who lived in the heart of flowing desert. It was the camel. He ate thorns and thorny bushes and leaves of thorny bushes. Whenever anybody spoke to him, he said, "Hump," and no more. The horse, the dog, and the ox were unhappy. They grumbled that the camel did not do work at all, while day in day out they complained to man. The man explained that Hump, the name he had given to the camel, the name he had given to the camel, didn't want to work. So the other three animals must had to work double time. The three were angry. The three were angry. They held a meeting. The camel, the camel came there. He laughed at them and went away. Soon there came the Lord of the desert. He was wrapped himself in sandstorm. The animals reported against the animal with long neck and long legs, who was a shrieker. The diligent assured them to action against him before long. The diligent walked across the desert and found the camel, watching his own reflection in the pool of water. He rebuked the animal for being idle. He told him that while three other animals had to extra work because of their idleness. The camel only said the diligent punished him. He let grow a big hump on the camel's back. He also ordered the camel to work for man.
Krishna, time is up. Okay. And be regular in your class. Okay, it's done. Next is Purti. One thing I want to repeat, because many of you are here, that your listening assessment is on 26th of November. I will put that in the group also. And your regular period, remember, as soon as we enter, the test will begin. And it will begin 10 minutes earlier. 12:30 is your period, 12:20 I will start and I will give a few instructions. Exactly at 12:30 or 2 minutes before 12:30 I will begin the test assessment, and it is a listening one. You have to listen to the track. You used to do that in 6th standard also. Like this, you will be given a question paper in the form of a Google form. You will listen to it and it's an objective one. You can do it. But the listening should be very clear. So have a good system. There will be no repetitions. अगर आपका system ठीक से नहीं चल रहा, आपको आवाज़ clear नहीं आ रही, तो ये आपकी problem है. तो एक बैकअप रखना है आपने कि इससे नहीं चल रहा तो मोबाइल से चल लें या something of that sort. So have something of a backup also for that, so that you can listen very clearly and see that the net connection is very strong that day. And no retakes. Here I had called you up to come and give the assessment. In listening, जितने present होंगे उनका ही सिर्फ होगा and you'll be given marks immediately. I mean, after 1 or 2 hours, I'll be letting you know the answers so that you can know your marks. Okay? Okay, fine. Now, next, Purti, start
Yes,
the.
ma'am.
Yes, I've got another period after this, so do it quickly.
Yes, ma'am. A rainy day. A rainy day. After hot days of summer, a rainy day is welcomed. In summer, heat of the sun becomes unbearable. Ponds become dry, birds and animals feel thirsty. All men, women, and children feel uneasy during hot days. With the feeling of rains, every living being gets happy. Frogs in pond cried at the top of their voice. The buffaloes enjoy bath in water ponds. People become People come out in raincoats and use umbrellas during rains. Children start playing in a rainy day. On a rainy day, the cool breeze blows, muddy water begins to follow. Weather becomes pleasant due to trains. Farmers have a sink of relief after rains. They start ploughing their fields. Peacocks present in fine show of dance during rainy days. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Purti. So it's done now. And I'll just repeat the names. Those who have friends can inform. जिनको जीरो मिल रहा है. अक्षय, अक्षय राय, अनुष्का, अनुष्का, then Manav, Mudit, Neha, Nikita, Pranav, Prince, Rishika, and Shivani. These children are getting 0 marks, almost 10 children. Okay, so Sairam everyone. And by the way, who had someone who had made this presentation also, na, of the chapter?